Hi everyone, it's John Mitchell. In this video we're going to look at Locke's goal setting theory. This is our third motivation theory that we've gone through. We've been through Maslow's hierarchy of needs, Hertzberg's two-factor theory, and now we're looking at Locke's goal setting theory. So what Locke did, he wanted to determine what relationship, or was there any relationship between setting goals and motivation, and what he found was that employees were motivated by clear and specific goals where constructive feedback was provided. And in order to provide motivation, there was a few things that Locke found that goals should have. So first of all, they needed to be clear and specific so that the employer was really clear on exactly what the goal was and what needed to be achieved. That helped give them a really clear direction. But because it was specific, it also enabled it to be measured quite easily. So it was measurable. So if there was a particular goal and it was specific, then you knew how to determine success or failure. Goals should also be challenging. So Locke found that there's a real correlation between how challenging a goal was and how motivated an employee was. So if a goal wasn't very challenging, then it didn't provide a lot of motivation. And Locke found that the more challenging a goal was, the more motivation was provided for the employee to achieve that goal. However, there became a certain point where if the goal was too challenging or overwhelming, then that could actually decrease motivation. So in his theory, or in his research, he found that expectancy was a really large part of this challenging section. So that, yes, the more challenging a goal was, the more it provided motivation for the employee. However, the employee still had to have a level of expectancy that they thought, yes, I expect that I can achieve this particular goal. Once expectancy was gone and they thought they couldn't achieve it, then the employees virtually gave up on it and actually reduced motivation. Another thing that was really important was constructive feedback should be provided regularly. So, sometimes a goal can be over a long period of time, especially a challenging goal. And, a manager providing feedback to the employee can really help keep them on track and maintain momentum and keep them motivated in order to achieve that goal. Goals it also helped if they were set collaboratively, so that if the employee had some say in what the goals were, then that could help the employees take ownership over that particular goal and be motivated to achieve it. So let's just look at an example here. If we have a sales manager here, Tom, let's say he averages $10,000 in sales per month, and he's been going okay, but they want to try and increase motivation. So collaboratively they get together, the sales manager and Tom get together and set a new target, and that could be to increase sales by to $18,000 a month. So that's obviously a significant increase, but Tom's had some say in what he thinks he can get, and so there's still a level of expectancy there, but there's no doubt that would be a challenging goal. The sales manager along the way provides feedback. Now, it's not just simple thing like I've got there, you're doing great, but it's also things like, all right, Tom, that's great that you've been doing this. How about you try this? How has this been going? All those type of things. Some real constructive feedback on what he thinks he's been doing well and what he thinks he can improve on, or things that he could try in order to increase his sales to meet his target of $18,000 per month. So is that goal challenging? Well, that's for them to determine, but I think it's a significant increase, so we can argue that that is a challenging goal. It's specific, definitely clear and specific. Tom knows exactly what the target is, $18,000. He knows exactly where he was, $10,000 a month, and so that is really clear and specific. He knows exactly what he needs to do, and it's also measurable. Either he hits that $18,000 or he doesn't. So that's a tick. Collaboration, we went through before that, Tom set the goal collaboratively with his sales manager, so that gave him belief that he could achieve it because he had a say in it, and also gives him ownership over that particular goal. So that's a tick. And finally, feedback was given, so constructive feedback, like I said, it could be things like how well he's doing, but also other constructive feedback on what he can improve on, the other things that he could try in order to achieve that goal. So we can give that one a tick. And really that is Locke's theory, goal setting theory in a nutshell, and it's important that you include all those things in there so that challenging, clear and specific, constructive feedback and collaboration if you feel like you need to do so. So just to recap, Locke's goal setting theory is found that goals can provide motivation for employees, but it really helps if they are clear and specific goals. They're challenging goals but not overwhelming, so the more challenging a goal is, the more it provides motivation, as long as it's not overwhelming. It helps if the goals are set collaboratively, so the employee has some say in what the particular goals are, and constructive feedback is a really important element in this theory, so that it helps keep the employee on task, keeps them motivated, and keeps the momentum towards the goal. That can help maintain motivation while achieving a particular goal. So for questions, activities, and more on this video, then come on over to teachingbubble.com.